came to a close, and some people call it Downtober. Now that we're in November, is it possible that we get Moonvember? Let's find out. Welcome back to Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. I'm Flex, and today we're diving into a full top-down analysis on Bitcoin. We're going to start from the higher time frames, work our way down to the lower time frames, and check to see if we find any good setups. Now remember, this is not financial advice, I'm just reading the charts. Alright guys, it's about 4 p.m. Eastern time. The price of Bitcoin is currently at 110,300, and we had a couple of candle closes yesterday. Let's start off here with the 2-month chart, which closed, and we closed an indecisive green candle here. The stochastics are toppy. That's not looking good. This is looking bearish. It looks like it would want to roll over. The 21 moving average is at 60,192, and we have these 2 wicks in the past 2-month candles here, which is showing that we didn't have the strength to come up. This could mean that we could start rolling over. Now we did close the month of October yesterday, and we ended up closing at $109,608. We went as low as $102, but we did make a high of $126,199. So even though it was Downtober, it was also even though it was Downtober, it was also Uptober, because we did create a new high during that month, and we did open at around 114k. So even though we closed below 110, this is a red candle that we closed, pretty much an engulfing candle compared to this green one. As you can see, wicks, we haven't been able to get above this resistance. The 21 moving average has moved up to 87,746, but what I'm liking here is that the stochastics RSI, it was rolling over. I'm starting to see a slight curve. Maybe we start rolling back up here. Still too early to say. We're already in November. If things are gonna pump, it has to happen now. It has to happen in December. So let's see if Moonvember is going to be possible. If we take a look at the 3-week chart, we still have 15 days before this closes. This looks like it wants to roll over. The 2-week chart, we close this in about 8 days. Right now we have a red candle here. We're trying to bounce up off the 21 moving average that's at 103,998. The stochastics still look like they want to continue coming down. Now the weekly chart closes tomorrow. The stochastics starting to look like they want to start rounding up. We could still definitely drag here for a while. Right now we're having a red candle. We need to get above this 21 moving average at 113,251. The way that this candle closed last week, you could say that these are tweezer bottoms, and hopefully we could climb back up from here to tomorrow. If not, we're still going to make another candle underneath the 21 moving average. For me, we need to stay above this 50 moving average, which is at 102,873. We start closing candles below this 50 moving average, it could be the beginning of the bear market. Now tomorrow when this candle closes, this 50 moving average will be moving up, so we'll probably be above 103k, which now is making us get closer to that 50 moving average. So let's see what ends up happening as this candle closes tomorrow. Take a look at the 3-day chart. We're starting to roll over here. We still have a day and 4 hours before this candle closes. The last candle closed a red engulfing candle below the 21, below the 50 moving average. Not looking good. This is also looking like a possible head and shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. This measure and move will probably take us pretty close to this 200 moving average, and that's at 87,159. I'm not liking that the stochastics are rolling over here. On the 2-day chart, this candle closed also red, a wick below the 100 moving average. Right now we're having a green candle. We still have a day and 4 hours before this closes. We need to stay above this 100 moving average. This is also looking like some type of head and shoulder here. On the daily chart, stochastics are on the way down. If we zoom in, it kind of looks like we're starting to make a curve, but it doesn't really mean anything just yet. We need to get above this 21 moving average. We did close a green candle yesterday, which was slightly above the 21 moving average. It's currently at 109,594. Today appears like we're going to be having a green candle. We still have about 4 hours before this closes. The 21 moving average is at 110,633. So we have to see if we can make it up. I'm anticipating a possible inverted head and shoulder, left shoulder, head. This could be the right shoulder. This could also be some type of a bigger double bottom here that I'm anticipating and I'm hoping for. We can't lose this 200 moving average. We start losing this 200 moving average, it could speak for more downside. Remember, we have a pending head and shoulder pattern. Shoulder, head. This could be a complex right shoulder. This brings us down to about 91k. Some could say that this could be a head and shoulders where this is the shoulder, this is the head, and we could be making another right shoulder, and this could also bring us down to probably like 100k, 102k around there. So we have to be very weary about that. 22-hour chart chart has reset. We're on the way up. Hopefully we don't roll over, but it's insignificant unless we could get above this 200 moving average at 114,269. We head over to the 8-hour chart. Look, the stochastics were on the way up, but I'm starting to see some curvature. Like if we want to roll over, we still have not been able to regain this 200 moving average. On the 4-hour time frame, stochastics are toppy. We're starting to get a rounded top here. Eventually this is gonna roll over. We still haven't been able to get above this 21 moving average. We never got above this 200 moving average with strength. As you can see here, we kind of did an M pattern. We went all the way down. This could be a possible inverted head and shoulder, left shoulder, head. Maybe we're making the right shoulder, but this will probably only bring us up to the 200 moving average at 114,083. It's not that crazy. Now on the 1-hour chart, we see that the stochastics RSI have a bearish divergence. We're starting also to roll over here on the stochastics. Take a look. If I zoom in, they're rolling over, but they're also rolling up at the same time. So let's see what ends up happening with that. But we're barely above the 21 moving average here. You could kind of see the inverted head and shoulder possibility a little bit better. This will probably get us above the 21 moving average. And on the 15-minute chart, we see that the stochastics are reset. We are above the 200 and the 21 moving average. You could say this is flagging out. This could probably bring us close to about 111k. Right now, we're above 110k. That's all that matters. As long as we're above 110k, it's kind of like a safety net, but we're very close to 110k. We need to get to the 115s, 116s to get away from that range. And right now, I would say we could still range all the way from here to 120. A lot is going to get determined by how this weekly candle closes tomorrow. So it's going to be very important to come back and see how this weekly candle close. There's a potential for us to have a Moonvember. It's possible that we could continue going up, but in order for that to happen, we must reclaim this 21 moving average on the daily time frame, turn this into some type of inverted head and shoulder or a bigger double bottom, and then this could bring us back up to the top of the range above 120 to 125. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.